So first things first, I found my tripod. Aren't you guys proud of me? No more like low angles or really like funky angles. Found my tripod. I'm proud of myself. Anyway, I am going to be filming a get ready with me style video of my yearly favorites because I actually have to get ready because I've got family in town and we are going to dinner tonight because I have to cook a lot on Saturday, and I refuse to cook this week. If you want to see what my favorites for this year were, then please keep on watching. Am I prepared? Absolutely not. So we are going to start with skincare because I have a few skincare items that I really have fallen in love with this year, which is different for me because I usually am like, nope, this is what I use. This works good. And I don't change it. But I've recently found a couple of things this year that were like, I'm gonna try that, and some of them I loved. Firstly is this Kosas Plump and Juicy Vegan Collagen Spray-On Serum. This is supposed to be firming, lifting, plumping, microbiome balancing, soothing, all of those things. So I really like this, and you literally just... And another thing I like about this is that it doesn't have like a fragrance in it. It doesn't seem like it has added fragrance. It smells like skincare. It doesn't smell like vanilla or rose. It just smells like skincare, which I enjoy. In the last 6 months or so, I have been awful about doing my skincare. I mean, awful. So I need to get better about that. That's one of my goals in 2023, is to get back into my skincare routine. And then a brand that I have really fallen in love with skincare wise is In Beauty Project. I know they had an issue where they were like leaving reviews before they launched. I don't know exactly what it was, but y'all, the products are good and I enjoy them. And as somebody who has dry skin, I struggle with finding products that are hydrating but not heavy. But these two, the Slushy Serum Moisturizer Crush, I don't know. This is nice. Very thin, absorbs quickly. I feel like it would be great for all skin types. Could be all you need. Like, look at that. It could be all you need if you have oily skin. But for me, I like to go in with moisturizer, and I've been using their Next Level moisturizer. Again, absorbs quickly, leaves my skin really hydrated and glowy. This one's almost empty. I've got one on backup, but I've really been trying to get every last little bit out of this. I just totally crushed the tube. Anyway, I don't use a ton. That's about it. But like, I just love the way my skin looks. And I did go a little bit more in depth on my daytime skincare on my TikTok, which I will have listed below if you want to go check that out. Then, because it's been so cold here, I'm going to use the In Beauty Project Face Glaze to prime. This is super similar to strobe cream in that you can use it as a moisturizer, a primer, or a very subtle glow of a highlighter. I would say it's definitely more subtle than strobe cream, but it kind of does the same thing in giving your skin that really healthy glow. Then I don't know if this has really been a favorite this year, but I'm going to use the E.L.F. Cookies and Dreams version of their Putty primer. This is fine, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's a favorite. I think I like it, but I just want to use it up. I like it enough to use it up completely. It works pretty decently with my skin. I wouldn't say it's the most smoothing primer ever, but it's nice. Then really quickly, I want to color correct my under eyes and my melasma spots. So I am going to use my Charlotte Tilbury corrector. Wow, I have too much crap on my desk. Literally all the stuff from my declutter video is still sitting on my desk. Because I'm a hot mess. I'm trying to get ready for Christmas. I literally want to get everything wrapped and done and together. So, Charlotte Tilbury color corrector. You used to be able to get this at Sephora, but now I think they're only on her website. And I use the shade One Fair. So I've had two foundations that I love, and they are polar opposites of each other. And here they are. These two foundations have blown me out of the water this year, and that's why they're the ones that I've chosen to talk about here at the end of the year. The Matte Velvet Skin from Makeup Forever. I wear the shade R210. Beautiful. Every time I wear this, people are like, what do you have on? Your skin looks like velvet. Like, I just want to touch it. It looks so soft and smooth. It's this. And it's long wearing, but doesn't make my skin look like crepe paper. And then the HAUS Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. I have the shade 100 Light Neutral. It's too dark. I did not do a good job color matching this one. I thought I did great, but it is too dark and a little too yellow. But I love it. I have used quite a bit of it. Like, the line on it is like right here. I love this. It's long wearing, it's glowy. I'm gonna apply it while we talk about it, because this is what I want to use today, because like I said, my skin is dry. And I'm gonna use the Cocoa Cosmetics Marshmallow Sponge. I bought these on somebody's recommendation on Instagram or TikTok, and they were sold out of just the single, so of course I bought the 4-pack because I've never used this before, don't know if I like it, so why not buy 4 of them? So how I like to do this is I pump it on the back of my hand. Some days I use 2 pumps, some day I use 1. Like, can you see how yellow that is? The color match on this is not great, and that's my fault. I should have gone in store like I told myself to, and color matched myself, because I was very unsure about color matching with this one, because they do their shade range how MAC does theirs. Like, they do it backwards. So I should have gone with that instinct, but like, look at that. Look how beautiful that finish is, and the coverage. Like, the color match doesn't look bad on camera, which is typical, but in person it's a little bit yellow and it's a little bit dark. Because the finish, look how shiny and glowy that is. Like, ma'am. The finish and the glow and the way my skin looks with this on, I am 100,000,000% willing to overlook the shade match, which I take fault for that, because I knew I wanted to go in store and shade match it, but I just couldn't help myself, and bought it online because I just couldn't help myself. But like, look at that. Look how just like, concealer. Am I prepared? I said no. So I need to figure out what concealer I want to use. Have I tried many this year? No, because I like 2. For concealer, I decided that I would show you all this one. This is the Kulfi Beauty Main Match Concealer. This is the shade Ice Ice Berry, which is the lightest shade. And since my foundation's a little bit darker today, I figured I could use this one. But this has a very similar finish to the foundation, which is really kind of the finish I want to go for today. Probably about medium coverage. That should be good. I really like this. I've really been into glowy skin like natural finish lately. Like, can you see how the finish didn't really change after adding that concealer? It just kind of maintains that really glowy finish. I would say this is about medium coverage. I wouldn't say it's full coverage. I don't think it claims to be. I don't think it's meant to be full coverage, but like, it's beautiful. The only issue I have with this sponge is how big it is. Like, I just have to use this one side because I feel like this side, even though it's got like a little bit of like a peach point, it doesn't, it's still too big for my eye. I mean, it works fine and it's a great sponge. It's really soft and really bouncy, but it doesn't really do much for me in the way of really getting into that inner corner or close up under the eye. We are gonna set the face. So for that, I'm gonna go in with this Jaclyn powder later, but right now, y'all, I love this HAUS Labs powder. Also, I had been waiting for Lady Gaga to come out with complexion products like foundation, concealer, powder, those things when her line was on Amazon. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting because I knew she was going to do it soon because she came out with bronzers, blushes, highlights. She was coming out with everything but foundation and concealer, and I was like, girl, come on, give it to me. And she never did. And then I found out that, like, look at that. Look how smooth this area of my face looks. I don't know. And I like it too because it doesn't mattify the face too much. It just kind of sets everything and is still a demi-radiant finish. I don't know. Again, a natural skin finish. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Then I found out she was discontinuing her brand on Amazon, which I was like, why? 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 And then I found out she was rebranding and going into Sephora, and I was like, okay. I love it. I know some people are like, this is such a weird texture foundation. I don't like it. I love it. I think it's a gel-based, gel texture foundation. If I'm wrong, I will put that down here because I could be wrong. But, I don't know. I love both of her complexion products, and I can't wait for her to come out with a concealer. So most of these products in this video are things that impressed me in 2020 and became favorites because I reach for them constantly and I'm very impressed by the product. And this bronzer is no exception. It is the Jaclyn Hill pressed powder bronzer. I have the shade Vitamin D. Like, her packaging is extra, but you have to give it that it's beautiful packaging. It really is. I had purchased the duos that she came out with, one of those. I don't remember which one. I got rid of it because I ended up not being impressed with those because you had to build and build and build and build to get any kind of payoff with that product. So when she came out with individual pressed powder bronzers, I was like, am I gonna like this? Is this just the same formula in a different package? What is my hair doing? But I was pleasantly surprised. It was not the same product, just in a different package. It was a completely different formulation. And this, you don't have to build and build forever. It blends easily. It doesn't get skippy. It doesn't get patchy. At least for me, it doesn't. And I so much enjoy this bronzer. I thought it was just going to be another bronzer. It's fine. It does what it says it's going to do. Like, I bought one from Koki, and it's fine. It's not great, but everybody seems to love Koki Cosmetics. I don't. Spoiler alert. But I was just very pleasantly surprised because her products up until like this point, I just thought were not great. And then I got a blush palette. I've gotten a couple other powder products. Her complexion products, I don't like. I'm not a fan. But her powder products, like her blushes and her bronzers that she released after those duos, are good. I like them. It just blends so well, so easily, unlike her foundation and concealer product. So y'all, we just need to talk about these. These are the Heaven's Glow blushes. I have Venetian Rose and Faded Clementine. These are from M Cosmetics. And these are the best glowy blushes I've ever used. And I'm going to use this one today. I mean, stunning. I have a whole video over on TikTok using the Venetian Rose one, so I want to use the Faded Clementine one. But, like, look at that. Look. Pigment to shine ratio is good. It's not, like, overly shiny. It's not overly glowy. It's just, oh, like, look at just the perfect amount of color in these blushes. I'm just going to add some Venetian Rose too, because Jesus knows who I am. Like, y'all, I probably have too much blush on now. I don't care. And then I know this is not a setting mist in the slightest. This is basically just aerosolized water. This is the Aven thermal water. I spray this on my face to kind of help melt all my powders together. Like, so here's the skin before I do this. And then here's the skin after. It just adds a nice glow to the skin without making it sticky or tacky. Like, this will dry down completely and just melt everything together and look beautiful. Okay, so while my skin is slightly we're gonna go in with highlight. And again, it's from M Cosmetics, and it is everything. This packaging, like, it's kind of bulky, similar to the Jaclyn Hill packaging for her bronzers, but it's beautiful. Like, I'm in love. So anyway, this is the Sunscape highlighter in the shade Clarity. Oh my sweet baby lord. It's beautiful. That's how I talk about highlights. So I'm just going to use a really fluffy brush. I apply highlight kind of crazy, but I really like it to be dispersed and look like it's been kind of worked into the skin. I feel like it looks more natural that way instead of using a smaller, more precise brush. But like, look. This step is completely optional, but I go in with the Charlotte Tilbury blush and Walk of No Shame, kind of just over my bronzer contour area. I don't know if you can really even tell the difference. Well, a little bit. I don't know. I like blush. I think this is technically called blush draping. Do I know? No, I don't. My favorite brow product this year that I just have been so enamored with is the NYX Thick It Stick It Brow Gel. I use the shade Taupe, and I'm in love. I'm impressed. I'm infatuated. It holds my brows in place, and I don't have to really do much else if I don't want to. I can just do this and be done. And it does have fibers in it, so it does kind of build the brow and makes it look fluffier because it does have those fibers in it. Like, I've really been enjoying that. I don't really have any other brow product that I've been impressed with this year. Everything else has just been like, yeah, it's good. It's a brow pencil. It's great. So I have two eyeshadow products that I was very impressed with this year, and the first one is the About Face Matte Fluid Eye Paints. I have multiple of these now, but this is the first one that I bought, and I bought it based solely on the name, and it's called Smell Before Rain. And these things are ridiculous. It's just like a flat doe foot. This is kind of like a cool tone brown. So I'm just gonna slap that on there. And I'm gonna use this as my base for my eyeshadows today. Like, look at, like, these blend and blend and blend and blend and blend, and you have a decent amount of playtime with them. But once they set, they're set. They're not going anywhere. They're not moving. They're easy to blend, and they blend very smoothly. I also like to take them up under the eye as well. Then for eyeshadow, I bought this with the thoughts that I was going to have to return it because I thought it was going to be bad. And it is the Give Beauty eyeshadow quad in Danger Zone. It's cool tone neutrals. And I have to eat my words because I love this. I think this is so good. This is a brand that I have very much fallen in love with this year. I also have an eyeliner, a brow pencil. I have multiple lipsticks and lip glosses from this brand. Mainly because I like Gwen Stefani, but also because they're good. It's good quality makeup. It doesn't feel like a cash grab to me. It doesn't feel like Ariana Grande's makeup. Ariana Grande's makeup feels like a cash grab. It feels like, hey, I kind of like makeup. Let's make this a thing. And I'm going to make makeup, and I'm going to make fragrances, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. Where with this, they're not just slamming out products. They're not just slamming out huge releases left and right. They started with lipsticks, and they started with red lipstick. If you know anything about Gwen Stefani, what color lipstick is she always wearing? Red. So they came out with a couple different variations of red lipstick. Then they expanded upon that with lip liners and glosses, and now they've got the eye. They also brought out the eye quads with the lipsticks, but it all feels authentic to her. I feel the same way about Rare Beauty, and I feel the same way about Face. I feel that way now about HAUS Labs, where HAUS Labs at first kind of just felt like a cash grab, or turned into a cash grab. It turned into something I felt Lady Gaga was no longer invested in. Where now that HAUS Labs has rebranded, it has completely, I think, done a 180. It feels authentic to the creator that is the face of the brand. Where like Beauty, REM Beauty from Ariana Grande, and Florence by Mills, and there's a couple other brands too that I'm like, these don't feel genuine to me. These just feel like we're gonna cash in on the cosmetic market. Oh, Brad Pitt and Travis Barker coming out with skincare lines this year. No. No. As much as I love Blink 182, I'm not gonna buy skincare from you, sir. You look like the wall of a dive bar bathroom. I'm not gonna buy skincare from you. Give Beauty, which is what we're talking about, is pretty much one of my absolute favorite brands now, and I love Gwen Stefani. I grew up when No Doubt was in their heyday, so I very much love Gwen Stefani, and I love everything about this brand. I'm enjoying this brand, and I like this brand, and will continue to buy more from her brand next year. Then mascara-wise, my favorites have been the Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water. No, that's pretty much it. I didn't have another one. I don't know why I made that plural, but that has definitely been my favorite. It's a tubing mascara. It doesn't really smudge on me. It doesn't go anywhere. It stays put. And it doesn't flake, which is important for me. So, with mascara, without mascara. It's a good mascara. And I like it on the bottom because it doesn't transfer down to my under eyes either. Then before I put mascara on the bottom, I'm going to go in with this Jaclyn Hill Brightening Pink Setting Powder. I don't typically do this step. I don't typically use a brightening powder, but I don't know, I got this one the other day, and I have been using this little triangle puff that I got off of Amazon with it, and I have to say that I have really been enjoying this powder. Like, look at the difference. It's pretty intense. So this is also a favorite, these little triangle puffs, getting right in here and setting really well. Yes, baby. So then the last three products are all lips. You don't have to use all three of them at the same time, but I'm going to because I want to show them to you. First is this Urban Decay lip liner in the shade Liar. I have been looking for a shade to replace Morning Coffee from MAC for a long time. And this is it. This is such a good pencil. It's such a good color. I really enjoy it. Then the lipstick that I want to talk about is from Give Beauty. I said they'd be making a comeback. This is the Anaheim Shine lip gloss or lipstick in Screen My Phone Calls, which is one of my favorite songs from No Doubt. So I had to buy this, and I love it. Like, it's such a nice, like, neutrally pink color. And then let me just swatch it so you can see the color on its own. So that's the color on its own. I love it. So pretty. I'll do the same thing with a lip liner so you can compare color-wise. And then over top, I want to add just a little bit of the Venetian Rose lip cushion from M Cosmetics. These are my favorite lip products right now, y'all. They are so nice. I just want to add a little bit of glossiness to it. I did a horrible job applying that lipstick. I tried to do it in my viewfinder and I did a great job. Great job. It's everywhere. So there's the lip. So, if you heard that fall down my stairs, my child has gotten up from her nap. Let me swatch the lip cushion as well so you can see that. A little bit deeper than that, but much glossier. And these are beautiful on their own as well. Anyway, my child has gotten up. I have run out of time to be filming today because my child is up from her nap. So, I will do my best to link all of these products that I talked about below because I love them so much and think that y'all should try them because I like them that much. So that wraps up my favorites or my best products of 2022. And I hope y'all have a fabulous Christmas and have a happy new year. And I will see y'all in 2023.